Well, guys, good evening. It's good to hear from you. Good to see you. Good to think about you. I had a tough day today, actually. Work sometimes can be really difficult. Today was one of those days. Was in an attic for over 6 hours doing installation work today. And to be honest with you, this particular one was really challenging. But I just wanted to come in, that being said, and introduce to you how I get through things. It seems to me that any person at any time can get through any situation. Think of a time in the past where something was extremely painful, where something was difficult to get through, where something was just so trying on your personhood that you just had to bolster your defenses and strengthen yourself and just push yourself upwards and onwards, as they say. And I'm sorry if the way I talk is weird. It's just kind of how I've always been, so I really like it. So hopefully you guys like the way I talk too, but if you've ever had one of those times and you remember being in it, do you remember the pain of it each day, each second? I bet you don't remember all of it. Some of you may. But the beautiful thing about the entire situation is that when it's over, it's the moment that you think about when it begins. In essence, you've time traveled. But if you can be there at the beginning of something challenging and tell yourself, this is the same exact moment as it is at the end when this is over. The middle simply must be accomplished. Just remember that. Each second is the next second. Each second is the end. Each second is the objective, the goal. Each second is the end of our lives. Because when that moment happens, it'll be this second, this day. And I guess what I'm saying is that you must live every single second with the goal in mind, with the end in mind that you desire. If you don't think about it that way, you'll never get to it. And what you'll always be is what you are, this second or that second, if you understand the way that I'm putting this. Nothing challenging ever lasts forever. Just remember that. People have always said it, great-grandparents said it, and they're right. Difficult things, they don't last. You can make them last a lot longer than they need to by not adjusting your state of mind or by not getting out of the situation. I'm not saying that if you're being abused that you need to continue through that and treat yourself as if that beginning is the end. In a situation where you're being abused by someone, you shouldn't have to put up with that. And I want to make sure that you get away, because that's your end. And getting away will be the challenge. So when you are scared and you don't know what to do, in that middle part, that's the challenge. But remember, at the beginning and the end, when you get there, it'll all be over. Pain and suffering is simply a lesson. And you must go through with it. Each of us is systematically structured to go through a certain type of suffering until all the types of suffering have existed. And then, by so, we can fix all of the different types of suffering until utopian society exists. Nah, that'll never work out. What's really going to happen is China and the United States are going to join forces secretly, using their social scoring system to lock us down and make it not look like a dictatorship, but instead it'll be a situation where we cannot purchase things because our social score is not desirable or, what the government wants it to be. That's not even what the subject of this video is. Anyway, guys, I want to remind you, you can do anything in the world. It does not last. And one day it's going to be your time of happiness.